So welcome to an irregular, possibly one-off D&D session with some of my friends. I'm just going to go in the order that you can see the screen names on the Twitch stream. So we've got Elise.
Hi. I'm playing Heraith, no name, half-elf druid. Hopefully I won't be needed too much in patching people up, but we shall see.
And then we have Fat Chance, or Ádhamh, as I like to call him.
Hello, I am playing Thrascool Tentrisi, Orc Sorcerer, putting the Orc in Sorcerer since 1987. And he is a big, mean, scaled Orc, which is one of Bubble's custom classes. Or custom races, sorry. And we'll see how that goes.
And then it's me. Woo! You'll note my screen name here is the Moonlit Bard. That is the name of the Patreon, which is liberally splashed all over the Twitch stream right now. That's just because that's my role-playing persona. Pay no attention to the blue boxes. Oh, I should have tagged Astral in the tweet. Never mind. And we've got William.
Hello. So I am playing for Yaga Fontauban, a catman of the species Abera, and I am a gunsmith, so I will be running around shooting people with my blunderbuss.
Andrew, you're up next.
I am Rark. I am a half-orc, barbarian, part of the Titan, which is one of the new ones. Basically, I hit things and I get big.
That works. Matt, do you wanna take it away?
Yeah, I am Cavius, an avatar, which is one of the new races of tiefling parentage, and I am a bard.
And finally, I guess we'll just skip over Liam and start playing, right?
That's fine, I'm unimportant. I'm just going to stab things anyway. So I am Marissa Thornsglow, nicknamed Mara, and I am an elven parentage avatar and a font warlock, which is one of Ryan's homebrew classes for the warlock.
Oh, I'm just going to say hi to Kiwi. Kiwi is a regular to my channel, and she likes D&D, so hi, Kiwi. You'll notice they're saying some of my stuff. It's, as I say, it's all stuff from the Patreon. None of it's actually out yet, apart from the Orcs and the Avatar. Most of it is due for release this month, so this is a sneak preview. Also, this goes to my players as well, but at 9 o'clock there is a scheduled post revealing the stat blocks for the NPCs I'll be using, as well as an exploration encounter, which in theory will be finished by 9 o'clock. That's free to everyone to download. So, oh, my chat's not displaying the animated emotes. That's not nice. I'm going to refresh.
By 9 o'clock, we'll know exactly how screwed we are.
Probably.
There are also some chat integration-y things. In theory, every 20 minutes, Nightbot will provide most of that information, but equally, at 2 points specifically, one very soon and one towards the end, I will need chat's opinion, which is a dangerous thing to ask for, I appreciate, but hopefully my Twitch chat will load by that point. But I will ask for that when I need it. So,
If we go in the Twitch chat, do we get a say?
yes, you do.
Yeah!
I just drain my bank account and give myself permanent advantage.
I mean, if you want to give me the bits, you can.
Do you want to explain what bits are, or just leave it as give me the bits?
Yeah,
Give me the bits.
Give me the bit.
bits are a currency that you buy from Amazon, because Amazon own Twitch. And then, unlike subs, which is half goes to Twitch, half goes to me, I get all of the bit. But that's because you pay an extra when you buy them. So Amazon gets the conversion fee, basically. Okay, so I'm skipping over the you all meet in a tavern thing. Specifically, these are all level 3 characters, so
Been around.
you've been around. We're going to assume that you know what you all do. You are familiar with each other's abilities, let's say, and as players, you've all seen where we're going to start because that was the test map I used. But I need to click the right tab. It's all falling apart now. Please work. Please work. The last time I ran a game over Astral, the map didn't load for me. Oh dear. Oh. Maybe. It loaded for once. Woo. As Gremlin in chat can attest. It was a taster session and everything, and the map didn't load.
Great.
Right.
Okay, so in theory, I've summoned you all to the ship.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
it's just
Yay.
loading.
Just gonna check if dynamic lighting's
got
on.
their auras on. Turn your auras
Yes,
off.
turn your auras off. Don't worry about the ominous black shape beneath you. That is simply the lower deck of the boat.
Come on,
There
you
it
can't
is.
say stuff like that.
Look, it's there. It is just the lower deck of the boat.
Okay. The boat hadn't loaded for me, so it was like just in
Ghost
water.
boat.
Hi, Borellian. Has the boat loaded for everyone?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Roger.
Okay,
There's a bit of a dog pile.
Yeah, when it spawns you in usually as a cluster. I've just turned so that this is the standard dynamic lighting. It's a bit jankier than the enhanced, but it's obviously a lot less resource intensive. I realised you were Andrea Verilian. I recognised the name from the Avernus supplement. So you know Ádhamh, and maybe Elise. Anyway, obviously this isn't going to be typical D&D because I'll be talking to chat occasionally, because especially when they're donating to make your lives better or worse, and answering questions about the homebrew material. But for now, you are on the ship. Can you see the map name? I've never asked a player if they can see the map name.
Nothing
well-
obvious here now.
Okay,
Yeah,
excellent. You're on the
yeah.
ship, the Rambunctious Gnome. Of note, there are no gnomes on board. It is a entirely dragonborn crew. There are 6 dragonborn. You can see the nameplates, right?
Yes.
The one that would be Dragonborn 1 if it had a number is the captain.
Okay.
His name is Voya Rolastincan. All of them have their given name and then Ro and then their surname. That is simply Dragonborn convention for this subrace in air quotes. Most Dragonborn live in a desert and kind of roam the desert trying to reclaim the glory of the Lost Empire. But let's say like a third to a quarter of Dragonborn roam the oceans as the world's explorers and inventors. So basically, if it's a gnome in normal D&D, it's probably a Dragonborn here. So Dragonborn are the ones developing firearms, for example, and airships. Gnomes are much more concerned with the fact that their connection to the prime material plane is slowly fading, and all of the problems that would cause. As I say, it's all Dragonborn, apart from one. I didn't put the third deck on because it's just the cargo hold and the galley. There is a sole tiefling named Rodri on the crew. He is the chef. He was introduced as a gastromancer to you, and from what you can tell, he is indeed a gastromancer.
Gastromancer, come on.
Which, you know, if I hadn't started my Patreon in April, I would totally have done gastromancer as a April Fool's subclass for a wizard. Anyway, so yes, Roger is the sole tiefling. He has a magical galley, so there's no risk of the boat catching fire. If you want to be on the lower deck, I have to turn the dynamic lighting off, so you can move yourself there because it turns the walls off temporarily. I'll turn it off for now, but when things happen, Steeple's fingers, I'll turn it back on. So, you are on the Rambunctious Gnome. The Rambunctious Gnome has been paid to ferry goods from one port on the grand continent of Paxlis. That is Paxlis, Paxlis, not Paxlis. To the capital, which I've forgotten the name of. So we'll just say the largest port on Paxlis. Paxlis is basically, completely unintentionally, the ideal West March campaign setting. It is unexplored by merit of the fact that pretty much everyone who goes there dies.
Lovely.
That's where we're going.
Well, the coast is safe. There are many Dragonborn settlements on the coast. They have a brisk trade because it's like the second largest continent in the Northern Hemisphere. And there are a couple of Ibera and Gnomish villages within a few miles of the coast, but the vast majority of it is, let's say, untamed. But you're simply being paid to protect the cargo from as it travels. There are problems at sea, as there would be in any world. There are pirates. There are aquatic races. There are just large animals. Like krakens do exist. I did consider throwing a kraken at level 3 characters again. But so far 2 days in. If you want to move the map, if you don't know, you just right click and drag, or left click and drag, either works. Several days in, and you have yet to see any sign that the journey will not be that the journey will be uneventful. Sorry. The waters around the continent of Paxlis are usually calm, almost supernaturally so, and the name for the continent itself comes from the High Draconic, fake Latin, for lands of peace, because there's never really anything untoward, there's never really anything violent that anyone sees or hears or notices. It's just people go missing. But as with any large landmass, there are islands kind of scattered around of varying sizes, and occasionally, as I say, you do have pirates. There are the occasional shipwrecks due to freak, and by freak I mean like once in a blue moon weather systems rolling in. But this is just a typical day. It can be any time of the day you want it to be. Where do you think your character would be on an average day on the voyage? Dragonborn Crew 3 is technically in the Crow's Nest. I just couldn't figure out how to put a height elevation by him.
Mara would probably be near the ship's railing, just kind of surveying the horizon. She's not travelled the world much, and this is kind of her first time extended at sea, and seeing just ocean on the horizon all around is really kind of blowing a country bumpkin mind.
Okay.
Similar to Mara, but expressing in the opposite way. Thrazkul is staying as far away from the railings as he possibly can, sticking to the center of the ship as much as possible.
What scale? What color?
He has green grayscale but red scales.
Cool.
So like shining red scales through him. But he is absolutely not afraid. Not afraid of the water. He is just staying here in the middle of the ship. That's all.
Cavius is up next to the captain, annoying him, bugging him for stories and just information about where we're going. He obviously just assumes the captain's the most well-travelled person on the ship, who probably has the most to tell.
Yeah.
Of just the world around.
Safe to say this isn't the first time Cavius has done this?
He's travelled a lot, and this is the sort of thing that, every new person he meets wants to get a good story out of them.
Yeah.
And find out whatever they might know about where they are and where they're going.
The captain has told you many stories. The most interesting, it's up to you whether you believe it to be true or not, but the most interesting thing he's told you is a story about a golden dragon who's taken the form of a human to shepherd in a utopian city and protect it against the dangers which the ancient dragon gods have long foretold are coming.
Oh, that's very interesting.
He's a bit unclear about the name of the city and which dragon.
And does he have any idea where it is?
He believes it to be in the southern hemisphere across the Flammare, the Scalding Sea.
Mm-hmm. And I'm writing this all down as he's telling me. I want to get every detail he tells me.
Fair.
Just filling in a book.
My guy's at the front. He's just enjoying the wind.
Okay. Sorry. At the front, it's not been used recently, but there are the signs that someone has used that area as kind of a makeshift altar at some point.
Okay.
Her wraith will be dropping a line over the side and seeing, just enjoying some quiet fishing.
Okay.
And for Yaga, alternates between tinkering with his shotgun and playing his flute. Just sat on the deck, rather relaxed.
Okay, excellent. So let's get some dice rolling. Mara and Heraith, could I have perception rolls from you, please?
Of course.
It's the Kraken.
Yeah, I lied. It's Kraken.
So I got 15.
Oh, great. Names aren't showing up in chat again. Oh no, it's just for Mara. Have you named your token?
I don't know. Maybe.
Let us check. For everyone in chat, we're using Astral in place of Roll20 because I just prefer it. There's nothing to it other than that. It seems
pretty nice.
It seems to be named. Your vision is 121 feet.
Yeah, the slider wouldn't let me go back down to 120.
Oh, you can use the arrow keys.
Oh, perfect. Right, I can fix that.
A lot of
Like having
things
the
in that
volume
one
on
extra.
23.
I was bouncing between like 119 and 121.
Okay, I have no idea why that isn't showing up. Never mind. I'll have to remember. Anyway, with the rather impressive crit, plus whatever,
Out the gate.
yeah, plus whatever your perception modifier is.
Just chuck an extra 6 on it.
Okay. Quite.
You realise you're in a game.
Oh, Andre's being a bad influence already. On the horizon, not close, but not far either. You can see a weather front. The clouds are an odd kind of radiant blue, however. Like they seem to be glowing with an inner light that kind of shifts and scintillates across them. You can see what you would probably recognize as rain falling from them, and 26 you can see a lot. So you can see that the water beneath it is also heavily agitated. You can see like the very, very faint glimpses of the white crest of waves as they.
How long have we got before we hit it?
Have you travelled at sea before?
Possibly.
Could I have a survival check then, please?
Yeah.
Or any other thing that you think would help in this instance.
If I roll another 20.
We're expecting
Phew.
it.
No.
You have no idea how long you've got.
Right, but I will warn the captain that there is something ahead.
Okay.
And it's not looking good.
He kind of... So, he's a silver scale dragonborn, but even you can tell that he's blanched beneath the scales. Oh, also, all of the dragonborn on this crew, where they've got the kind of like scaled tendrils that function as hair and the head crests. The head crests are webbed, as are their hands. Not, terribly, that it would interfere with stuff, but they are webbed.
Like an aquatic adaptation.
Yeah, presumably. But he blanches beneath the scales. See, Andrea, good luck. Beneath the scales, and you can see kind of. Have you interacted with Dragonborn that much? Anyone nearby, really?
I will have done, and I'm right up there next to the captain.
Yeah, in theory, I would have as well. But
Yeah, Mara's completely. It's completely like kind of averse. Not so much averse, but completely unknowledgeable about anything other than elves.
No one else is worth knowing.
Yeah, well, this is a world of firsts for her. She's since left her community on a journey and meeting new people. A very strange-faced people at that has been a bit of a culture shock.
Racist.
Okay, anyone who has interacted with Dragonborn before, he opens his mouth like a fraction and closes it suddenly to produce a clicking noise of his teeth banging, hitting each other, which you know to be a sign of draconic anxiety. But when he turns to the crew and all hands to deck, there's no trepidation in his voice. There's just command. And in the crow's nest. I didn't name the crewmates, I only named the captain. So the sailor in the crow's nest starts ringing the bell, which you can hear from the crew deck beneath. So it's presumably alerting anyone who's down there.
In preparation, given that it seems like some kind of heavy labour is going to take part, I'm going to cast mage armor on myself using my Eldritch Invocation.
Yep.
And just like a shimmering field of like almost like a heat haze, but tinged kind of like greeny orange manifests around her, and she looks like visibly like a bit more perky in terms of like a spring in her step.
And I want to ask the captain, how long do we have till we hit it? Does the captain have any idea?
I will real quick roll for it.
Until we hit what?
No, the other way, sir. Sorry, it just takes a moment for the character sheets to open. I should have had this open beforehand. I was like, I'll do it all in browser so I can capture it for Twitch, and then I realized it's going to slow things down a tad.
Time you need. All good.
I think wisdom's... Exactly. It goes intelligence, then wisdom, right? Because the text isn't loading for me.
Yes.
I've got the numbers, but no text.
Default is, intelligence, then wisdom.
0. Oh, wait, no, I didn't roll. I clicked the number, not the word. 7. I will put... I'll just have to close it and open it again if I need to. I just used the commoners, the bandit stat block for the crew, so because I was like, I could use commoners, but they're just 10 across the board.
Yeah.
So he kind of looks up, looks back at you, and just shrugs. I do not know.
I just pat him on the shoulder and go, "You got this," and I cast guidance on him, which does only last for a minute, but it's worth it.
Yep.
Something. I think it only lasts a minute. I realize I've not put this thing in there. 1 second.
That's all right. I'll it's 1d4, right? Guidance.
It's d4, yeah. Which he can add up to any roll, but yeah, it is a minute at last.
Oh, that's a 6 on the 20 and a 3 on the 4. He kind of glances back at it, pales even more if possible, and then you see his hand, hands on the wheel start to really tighten around the wood.
Mm-hmm.
He's obviously greatly distressed by
first day.
Yeah.
Rookie captain.
Yeah.
Actually, to be fair, he is experienced, so he'd have advantage. So it was 3 on the 4, so I just rolled the 20 again. Yeah, he has no idea.
Okay.
Lovely stuff.
It might be the fact that the cloud front has changed to a brilliant green that's throwing him off.
Okay.
This oddness, can I make a Arcana check and kind of try and see if there's any magical happenings going on?
Yeah, you sure can. As you're staring at it, the brightness fades, so it becomes more of a pestilent green.
Likewise, I'd like to make the same check.
Yep. Anyone who wants to study the phenomenon can make an Arcana check.
So I made a modified 20 on my Arcana check.
Cool.
Mara is a bit of a magic nerd. She absolutely adores it, despite not being very good at it herself.
Thrascool going for it, or no?
Sorry, just check my sheet.
Yep, that's fine.
Zoom.
Yeah, the zoom levels are a bit weird on character sheets.
Yeah.
Cool. Both of you kind of looking at it for a few seconds, thinking about where you are in the world. You've both heard of a weather phenomenon. It's not unique to Paxless. It's found in other places as well. No one knows what causes it, but there are definitely more here than anywhere else on the planet. It's called a spellstorm. Context again. Other D&D worlds have the weave as the source of magic. Magic in Thelenis comes from the plains and blows through as a wind. So this is just where the realm winds, which carry the winds of magic, and there's happily 8 planes and 8 schools of magic. a spellstorm's where multiple winds clash and get violent.
That's amazing.
Lovely. Could I use my survival to start pulling out some of my rope from my explorer's pack to maybe start like tying myself and anybody else who's wanting to be tied down to the boat?
You can sure make a survival check to make some hefty knots. Obviously, you can pull rope out for free. Okay, yeah, you tie some decent knots.
Yay!
Would my guy have noticed anything by now? Would Rock, or is he still? He's gone, is he?
You heard the call to deck. You heard the bell ringing. That reminds me of the...
Oh yeah. I would also like to tie myself up then.
I need to turn the dynamic lighting off. Okay, make a survival check to do a decent knot.
Over here.
People are now permanently fixed to the ship. They really are.
Well, unlike these fools, I'm going downstairs.
Oh yeah, whoops.
I'm not going to meet this head on.
5 plus 2. Okay. So that was... Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say, if Gremlin's still in chat, I wonder if she remembers what happened when they went through this effect in an airship.
Oh no.
Yeah, but if the airship, you're definitely gonna go down if it breaks.
Yeah, they did. They crash landed.
Oh.
It got a bit weird beforehand.
And as we have no idea how long it's going to be till we hit it, I'm going to start casting Unseen Servant as a ritual and just hope that we've got at least 10 minutes.
Okay.
And if we don't, obviously the spell will just fail.
Yeah, that's fine. Do you have a goal in mind for your Unseen Servant, bearing in mind it has a strength of 2 and can't stand up in a strong breeze?
I didn't realise its strength was only 2. Then, no, I don't. So, no, do you know what? I won't do that.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it's a strength of 2.
Do you know, I've never really played spellcasters before, so...
No, that's totally fine. If you want to check.
Yeah, give me a second.
That's funny, because I've never played a barbarian or anything like that before.
You're right, strength of 2, 1 hit point. That would be... I won't do that. I'm just gonna stand up there next to the captain and just see if
Okay.
Just see what's going on.
He is lashing himself to the wheel as well.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Except the wheel itself, just below it on the the pillar's the wrong word. The sheath around the mechanism to the rudder appears to have custom slots for like a belt or a rope to be threaded through just to help.
Is there a spare one for me?
No, but there's enough. His rope's not big enough to completely take it up, so you could feasibly wrap your own rope through it.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
So if you want to do 1 rope, you can stand to the side, either side of him. If you wanted to do 2, you'd have to stand in front of him, like the other side of the wheel.
No, I'll stand to the side so at least he can still see things. What do you want me to roll with that? Survival?
Survival, yes, please.
Pedestal, apparently, is the word.
Cool. I'll try and remember
Just
that next time.
curious.
15.
What were the goods they were transporting? Just out of interest, I'm just wondering if there are any barrels.
There are a couple of barrels. There are a couple of chests that appear to be spices, because Rodri kind of... at least one of you's probably caught Rodri stealing spices from them. And then there is one heavy-looking, by which I mean it's brass-bound, wooden chest that just screams magic at anyone who it's not got magic mouth cast on it.
Jack.
But it's that kind of, this is obviously a magical chest situation.
Right. Okay, I'll stay up on deck and I will ask, was it Rock that was tying people?
It was me.
Okay, if I can get tied in as well.
Certainly.
Yeah, Amara's going to hold up 2 ends of the rope that she has in her hands, and with a survival score of 1, wander over to somebody who looks like they know what they're doing. And
Viaga will happily tie anybody up onto the ship.
Somebody shout down to Thraz that if he can't swim, get him into a barrel.
But he's thick. I'm sure he's huge. He's like an orc.
Oh, 2 barrels.
Yeah, he could wear a pair of barrels like.
Yeah.
Flotation devices.
One on each
One on
leg.
each leg.
We have barrel and ship history.
Oh my god. Now I'm just imagining like an orc wearing barrels as armor. It's like one on the
It's
chest.
just that scene from
I
The
mean,
Hobbit, isn't it?
if you've
Yeah,
ever
it is.
played Kobolds Ate My Babies, it's like barrel armor is a thing and it is top tier.
I'm kind of seeing it as barrel armbands. You know, like when a little kid has his armbands on, he just can't move his arms in the water.
Little wine
Don't
kid.
tempt me.
Okay, so you've all taken precautions. Oh, sorry, I'm just about to jump. There we go. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, Sertraline, however you pronounce that. Really appreciate it. Yeah, sorry, just for reference, because obviously the Zoom call can't hear them. All of my alerts on Twitch are animal sounds, but they start really quiet and get loud because I did a fade in, so they always make me jump. The Prime sub's not too bad because it's just an owl, but the actual sub alert is a fox cry, which when it comes out of nowhere is horrifying.
Foxes sound like
Yeah, what does the fox say, Ryan?
And at 2 a.m. you don't need that. That's all I'm saying.
Liam, I will remember that.
Please be merciful.
Okay, so you're all tied to the. Viaga, what are you tying them to? There's the mast. There's the railings.
I tied myself to the mast, and then everybody else I'm tying to the railings because they didn't specify.
Okay, that's fine. It is about 10 minutes later when the storm front hits you. I'm going to make my final D8 roll for the moment. When it arrives... What is 5? Oh. When it arrives, the... Sorry. So, Angel Wraith, my darling fiancé, has asked how they vote for Liam to be first overboard.
I will get you back.
Yeah, how do we do that? Come on.
Well, I've just very graciously been tied down, so I think I'll have a job getting me overboard.
I mean, I can tie somebody like to the mast directly, just like wrap the rope around the mast.
Liam, Mike also votes for that.
God. Right, Heimlich's going to give you all a check up the next game we play.
I mean,
Anyway.
If the ocean demands a sacrifice.
I mean, yeah. I'm kind of wondering where my Nightbot got to with its timer.
Could we not just sacrifice Rodri? I mean, do we really need a gastromancer? Do we?
Do we need him? His meals are delicious.
It's the only thing that's like allowed me to keep company with you all civilly.
I chuck you any day over him. I'm just...
No, let's work through the expendable crew first before we start.
Not
throwing
the
each other overboard.
gastromancer.
Exactly, he's expendable.
Whoa.
He's not. He's a named character. He's way different than the other.
Yeah,
Obviously,
Dragon
we're
Ball
gonna go.
Crew 5.
I now have an emotional connection with him.
5 and 6 are in the running.
Yeah, exactly.
One little something and get us out of this.
Magical omelette.
Taking cooking up a storm a bit literally.
Can I get back to describing the storm?
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Anyone who is watching this and has not played D&D before, this is generally what it devolves to. Oh, now Nightbot's timer decides to work. Great.
Hey.
After I manually put the information into chat. The storm, when it hits, the clouds are an odd combination of colours. They are at the same time like cherry red of hot coals, the bright white of a blizzard, and somehow the infinite black of space. The wind that is blowing them is this dry, almost desert-like heat. and the rain is, if it could be sub-freezing, it would be. Like when it impacts on the deck of the rambunctious gnome, and on the ropes that you've tied around yourselves, and on the sails, there's kind of like spot patches of hoarfrost that quickly evaporate. Five minutes pass. The storm continues. Another 5 minutes pass, and you do hear a land ho from the crow's nest, very faintly, over the roaring, almost tumultuous wind. But however, hot on the heels of the land ho, you do hear the ringing of the alarm bell. Here's where I'm hoping none of you are watching the stream, because suddenly birds, in theory, should appear.
Birds!
Gosh, that's a lot of birds.
It is. It is. They're challenge rating a quarter, though, so it works out.
Is it 8 birds or 40 birds?
It's 8 birds. It's 8 swarms of birds.
Oh, jeez.
No.
That's like a shit. Who's got like the biggest tennis racket, and we could just swat that?
So chat. Some of you may know what the and anyone in Zoom call who's logged into Twitch can post as well. I need a school of magic. What school of magic is fueling these birds? Because they have different effects depending on which school.
Oh
God.
They are.
Oh God.
I'm just waiting for like 30 posts of necromancy.
Evocation is the deadly one, because that's the one that fireballs in.
Oh, that's true.
Fair point.
Yeah, but abjuration might, help them with shields and things.
Illusion. None of them are real.
Rodri spiked our last meal.
Yeah, it turned out it's just one giant bird that is illusioned itself to look like 40 smaller ones.
It's not the birds we have to worry about, because they're gulls. Somebody summoned chips over us all.
Yeah.
I mean, transmutation's pretty bad if they turn the boat to stone and it just...
We've got one vote for evocation so far. While that is happening, could I ask you all to roll initiative? And then I will just ask you for the...
I think I can do this one.
I mean, if it's programmed, if you've got your character sheet in Astral, just clicking initiative roll will throw it to the tracker anyway.
Yeah, there we go. Hey,
but I can also,
17.
in theory, add it manually.
That is telling for how I'm going to roll for the rest of the night.
I'll take that.
yeah,
We're all want to do it. Let's have another go.
Means I got a 3 on the dice. I am very upset right now.
That's alright, I'm waiting for the character sheet to load so I can click initiative on the Hawks. I'm just going to run all the Hawks at the same time for speed.
I thought you said orcs then. I was like, whoa. Whoa now.
40 flying orcs around.
Just like Icarus, they've just strapped a bunch of wings on.
Okay, so...
They're on little swings hanging from the birds.
What you will notice about the Hawks is A, you can see their nameplate, and B, you can see their remaining health value. I do not care that you can see that information in the slightest, because it's one of those things you'll figure out eventually anyway.
Don't say things like that.
However, according to Astral at least, Hiraeth is first, and at least it should say at the top of your screen, it's your turn.
It does.
Red on
When you are done, if you click that arrow, it passes over to the next person.
Right.
Yeah.
How close are they to us? Are they diving in?
They're at the range they currently are. I'm going to have to shove this here for now, I guess.
Right. In that case, I'm going to try to thorn whip at least one of them.
Okay.
That's closest. Might actually be able to do it on Astral. Yes. Ooh. I think I might have hit.
Their AC is not great.
Okay.
Yes, you definitely hit.
Hooray.
Okay.
5 piercing damage. Which one are you attacking?
It would be the one closest.
And
if they're small, it might actually pull them in too, but I'm not 100% sure.
It is a medium swarm of tiny beasts.
Right.
So, Thorn Whip never really tells you how it deals with swarms.
No.
So I'm going to rule that it pulls them into you. It's 10 feet, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to... Sorry, chat. I'm going to have to pop out the character sheet so I can actually interact with the virtual tabletop.
Boo.
I'm sorry, I'm already causing trouble.
Hey, all I'm just saying is if you want the stat block, it'll be live in 34 minutes.
If we're still playing, can we have the stat block up on the screen?
And then I will click this button, and it was 5 damage.
Yep.
Do not click kill.
Click kill.
Kill character is an option.
Kill.
Evocation equals boom, transmutation equals presto change. Well done, Ádhamh.
It's about the basics.
Okay, so if I just click on the end turn then?
Yes, and it should pass it over to Rock, in theory.
Oh.
Rock, it's your turn to roll.
It does say it's my turn.
Wow.
Hey, that's offensive.
Oh, hang on. Actually, roll a d4, please, Elise.
Oh. Hang on.
I forgot the storm.
Oh.
Cool. The Thorn Whip. You think it's kind of is it limbed? Limned, covered, surrounded by.
Right.
In some almost fire effect.
Oh.
And as it lashes into the swarm, there's a small, teeny tiny explosion.
Oh.
So until the realm wind changes, all attacks deal an additional d4 fire damage.
Cool.
Nice.
Nice.
Right. I can't really do much because I'm tied up to a mast.
Yeah, there's that.
I'm gonna guess on a limb. I can't throw my javelin at them.
You're tied to the mast, right?
Yeah.
Count as restrained, maybe?
It's only 20 feet to the swarm that Hiraeth just pulled towards you, which is javelin's range.
Did you bodily lash yourself to the mast, or did you around your waist and then around the mast with a little bit of give?
Oh, it was an 18 plus 2, so it was pretty tight. Yeah.
It will, however, fall into the water.
Aw. I mean, that makes sense. I'll throw a javelin at them. Why not?
Okay, make your attack roll.
Yeah. I'm just going to do it by rolling and then plussing 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that hits, would you believe? So go ahead and roll your damage. Add an additional d4 fire damage, please. Although they have no... actually, they do have resistances to non-magical damage.
Oh, right. So it's a
swarm.
d6 plus 3, and you're saying to add plus 4, yeah?
Yes, please.
So I'm just going to say plus 7. That's maths.
Yep.
Ooh.
So, unfortunately, because it is a swarm, you are only doing 2 of that 5 damage, but it's still, 9 damage. Well, no, it'd be 5 plus the...
It's 12 overall, should be 6, wouldn't it?
But the fire damage isn't halved, is the problem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So it'll be 8 because it was plus 3 for your modifier, wouldn't it be? So it's
the modifier was plus 3. Yeah.
So it's 7 total damage. Same thing happens. You throw the javelin, and it kind of is covered in coruscating fire. And where it hits, I mean, you do hit one of the birds in the swarm, and it just kind of punch it out of the air and take it down to the very choppy waters.
Lovely.
And there is this tiny explosion at point of contact.
My guy just laughs heartily. And now it's someone else's turn.
It is. This is for Yaga.
Oh, so it is. I had the rather sensible foresight to give myself a little bit of slack.
Yeah, standard adventuring 50-foot rope will get you anywhere on this deck.
Yeah. So I'm going to move myself a little bit closer. And then I'm going to line up my shotgun and blast these hawks.
Go for it. That unfortunately misses.
I figured.
Well, it doesn't miss. Like the blast does hit the swarm, but they're not a cohesive unit. They're all flying all over the place, and the shot kind of, you get a few feathers, but there's no actual meaningful damage to the swarm. Flock, that's the word.
Button that I'm supposed to press to end my turn.
There's an arrow at the top of Astral where it says like it's your turn or something.
I'm not seeing that.
I can manually do it. So
okay, then just end my turn, please.
That's cool.
It's me! Right, having heard sounds of casted magic and invocations and swooshes of javelins.
I mean, to be fair, this is all you can see right now.
Yeah, I know. He's heard shit, though. He's gonna go, my friends need me! 1, 2, 3, 4,
I wonder if this will work
6.
or crash the stream.
So comes up on the stairs. Is he at a point just where he can see the swarm now standing at the top of the stairs?
Yes.
Fiends! And then pulls out these 2 flint and bone daggers, puts them in a cross before him, and casts Burning Hands in a 15-foot cone, which I think should hit.
Quick ruler from you. Yeah, they're the extreme edge.
How many can I get? Probably the 5, 6, and 7. And then?
Sorry, the main ones. The main ones are 20 feet away. The one that's been damaged is 15.
I see what you mean.
Sorry, I misunderstood.
Okay. I will wreck on that then. Sorry, I thought I was going for the bigger group.
You could always jump off the boat and do it.
Put your armbands on.
No, I do not have the barrel armbands. I'm going to use pivot and face the wounded one that's nearby, and then throw firebolt at it.
Sure thing.
How we do.
You got some praise in chat, by the way, Adam, from the gremlin.
Oh, thank you. Let's see how we do. 12 to hit.
Why am I scrolling down and my chat is scrolling up? 12 to hit. 12 is their AC, actually.
Yes!
If chat had picked Abjuration, it would be higher, but they didn't.
That is 9 fire damage plus 4, you said, or is it a D4?
Plus D4.
Plus a D4 gives me another 4. 13 fire damage.
I'm not sure they have that much health. I'll just check.
You got 10.
10.
Yep. Oh yeah, of course you can see. Yeah, it's gone.
Oh, they're dead.
One swarm of hawks down.
Several more to go.
Yeah, this is just like 7 more. It's fine.
Oh, why are you afraid of tiny birds? Kill them.
Yeah, from his point of view, he just walks up, kills them. He's like, what?
The crew is frantically kind of trying to put out spot fires or get rid of the frost that's forming over all the rigging and things like that. They're basically keeping the ship going while you're doing what you're ostensibly paid to do.
Is the storm still sort of like raging around us then?
Can you not see the rain and lightning?
Oh, sorry.
Yes, the storm is raging.
At
initiative count 20, it's going to change because it's a really bad storm.
Nice. Wouldn't it put out the fires from the birds?
Well, the fire's not from the birds.
The fire's from what, Thraskel?
I was about to say from...
the fire is from the rain.
Ah.
And just the wind.
Rain.
It's an evocation storm.
Yeah, I was hoping the rain would put out the fire, not make more.
The rain is the fire!
Ah.
Well, it's magical fire. Let's get it straight.
Oh, of course.
That's worse. That's worse.
Does anyone... I'm going to be a little bit meta here for a minute. Does anyone need to move a little bit more than they would normally be able to move, because I can force a little bit of extra movement from you if you need to.
I have 0 ranged options right now, so I'm entirely melee focused.
Well, happily, they
I'm not
act
gonna
before
move
you do.
I'm not going to move you into the sea.
Yeah, flip him in the sea.
I will not order you into the sea. It's fine. I'll end the turn there.
Cavies.
Just overboard for real.
And that's me. So, I did tie myself to the thing, but it was quite loose. I think it was a 14.
Yes,
I
it
slip
was.
out of that.
If you use your bonus action to, yes. If you want to use it, if you want to use a free action, you'll have to roll.
What would I be rolling?
It would be an athletics check versus 14.
And then I am going to use my bonus action to get out of that. 'Cause I'm not very athletic. And I'm going to... I'm going to come down into the middle here, which is just 30 foot. Yeah, just 30 foot. And I'm going to cast Bless on... Right. Second. 3 people. I'll cast Bless on Viaga, on Mara, and on... Let's see. Who is it who doesn't have any ranged options?
It's me, Mara.
Mara, right?
Many,
okay, but
how many javelins does Rock have left?
Right, I'll cast Bless on Herace, Viaga, and Thrazkul, just because you might actually have a chance of actually hitting anyway.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna have to.
Thanks.
We'll remember this.
I just need to reopen a window. I'm getting really hot in here. I'm sorry about this.
How do I? Yeah, so I've cast Bless on you. I've already used my bonus action. Yeah, so that is the end of my turn. And you go.
It's bad when Ryan said I need to open a window, and my brain automatically went to like on the like a computer window.
Been here too long.
Why are you telling us that? Like,
Because I have to step away from the camera and the microphone.
no, but I mean like, I thought you were just like opening like an extra tab on.
Oh no, no, actual window.
I was just like, so.
No, this is a very small room. It gets
I
very
saw
hot.
you get up, and I was like, ah.
It's got really hot in here. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Spells. Oh, thanks. I try. Spellscard Hawk's turn. It can't be 8 because 8 is dead, but the rest of them have 50 feet of fly movement.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Which means everyone's a target basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Okay, let's put that one there.
Oh, hello.
It's a swarm. It can occupy your space.
Hello, hello, hello.
I can't actually click the other one because the pop-up's over it. There we go. Let's attack the captain.
No,
If he dies, who'll drive the boat? Save him?
Who will drive the boat?
Yeah. Oh, the boat driver's dead.
Well, Mara's a country bumpkin. She's never been at sea before. She doesn't know the technical term.
Okay, I'm only going to roll attacks against the ones attacking player characters, though, just to save time.
Oh, none of them attacked me.
Is that a bad thing?
Yeah, I'm a barbarian.
There you go. Made your dream come true.
Yay.
Okay, so we'll start left to right. So the one attacking Thrazkul. These are all full health, so beak. 9 to hit. I'm a move on.
Tiny birds.
They just swoop in this close. You can feel the heat radiating off of like their talons and their beaks, and you can see the tiny, almost like corpse fires burning in their eye sockets.
Like
These
a
are-
wasp getting close to you at a picnic. I'm just.
These are evocation scarred hawks. So the one attacking Cavius.
Mm-hmm.
whichever A it is.
Cavius. Let's have a soft A.
Cool. It's either delayed rolling or not rolling at all.
I think that just means it misses.
That's how this works.
Oh, whoa.
Oh
my
Oh, they
god.
hit twice. You're dead.
no, we'll do the 11 against Cavius.
Then that misses, thankfully.
Okay, and then the 19 against Heroth.
Oof.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Wow, look at that damage if I
Fine.
crit. It's a whopping total of 8 fire damage though.
Oof.
They aren't dealing the extra d4 damage because they're fire powered already. Also, I can't bother to do that. Rock,
Yes.
how are you feeling there as the swarm dive bombs you?
Oh, I feel good.
17 versus your armor class
Oh, it hits.
for 8 piercing damage.
Lovely. I relish the fight.
And I think the last one's the group on Mara.
Yep, bring it on.
Oh, decent human has told me to hydrate. A crit
Oh no.
Oh, Jesus.
for
Right?
18 piercing.
Oh.
That's a spicy meatball.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, Ryan. Oh, wait, no, it's a crit, isn't it?
It's
Crit.
crit, yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Let me just edit that because, you know. So... Maths in my brain.
And then whenever you're ready, it is your turn.
Okay, so.
Okay,
So
you get. Mike's giving you 5 hit points, Liam.
Oh, Mike! I love you so much.
I mean,
You like
technically, there's no character name there, so one of my hawks should get the 5 hit points. But I'm benevolent today.
I'm getting a little bit of technical difficulties in my HP, but I'll get through it.
It's
Don't
because
worry.
there's a lot of stuff going on Astral. Don't worry,
Yeah.
it
so-
should speed up if I turn the weather off. To be fair,
There's weather?
yeah, there's.
There is on the stream, not for us. I'm not seeing it.
Oh, there should be.
No.
I've
Oh.
not seen it. I've not seen any fire rain, so.
It should just be rain.
Uh,
No, I haven't got that either.
Interesting.
I thought you were just
Same.
No,
doing
like
your,
I set weather up and everything.
Fancy.
So, since I have a swarm currently on my head, I'm just gonna like shape my shroud. That's my mage armor's encompassing. I'm gonna condense it into like an aura around my fist, shaped like a saber.
Oh, there's rain.
My God, there's rain!
Okay.
It's amazing.
It's the future.
Okay.
That's lightning.
I'm going to slash at this swarm that's on top of me.
Go for it. Oh, you get 500
I'm
points.
lightning.
You get 500 points from one of my other mods, Liam. 5 hit points.
Beautiful.
500 hit
currently,
500 hit points.
I can also make it night, but
No. Oh.
it's not. It's midday.
Oh.
Although I guess it is a storm, so let's make it a bit darker. There we go.
Oh. This has changed everything.
Ooh.
Okay, so I'm going to do a attack, and then I'm going to roll for my tempest, which the element is set to fire.
Okay.
Oh, you had a
And
20.
The D4 for the extra fire stuff.
So you're at 17 so far.
Dink.
Holy hell.
20 of 24 hit points. Nice.
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 Like-
Bear in mind, I am a one-trick pony. This is all I can do.
Unfortunately,
And
due to the way I've set it up, I can't actually select the hawks. It keeps selecting you.
Am I capable of stepping out of this swarm, or is it considered like am I surrounded?
As long as you don't leave 5 feet of it, you know you won't get an attack
that's
opportunity.
fine.
but-
I'm gonna back out to there, so I'm within range of 2 swarms, and then that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay, I can now lower that swarm's health, so it does that.
Could you enjoy pain?
Right.
There we go.
Just want to run past whether or not I could thunder wave above me if the birds are coming down on top of us, because I don't want to catch fellow party members in the.
Yes, you can thunderwave up. That works for me.
In that case, I will thunder wave right the way up. So they need to make a Constitution saving throw. Every creature in a 15-foot cube originating from me.
Oh,
Lovely.
oh, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. The chat's turned on you. 5
I don't
hit
think you
points
can-
to the swarm.
I don't think you can do it up.
What?
Rude.
I'm not sure. It's up to Ryan, obviously.
Well, it's just a cube.
Huh?
And
Oh, yeah.
3
For
dimensions.
some reason in my brain, I was like, you're in the middle. But I guess you don't have to be.
Yeah, they're all just kind of flying around. It's a con save, right?
Yeah.
Yep. It'll roll it with advantage, so I'll just do that for both swarms.
Okay.
So the swarm on you got 5, and the swarm on Viaga got 14.
Okay. So fail save 2d8. 2. And if they fail, they also get pushed, I think, 10 feet away.
Yes, they get knocked 10 feet straight up. I will select. I need Hawks 3. Also, Mara gets another 5 hit points from my mod team.
Oh god, you
'Cause
all love me so much.
They have a lot of channel points stored up because I didn't have anything to use them on for a while.
5,000.
Oh, wow. They really like you, man.
I've just got a feeling Jenny's gonna like turn around and like minus me by like 600 later, so I'm just gonna take what I can get right now.
It won't be. It'll be when you're not in combat, so you least expect it.
Oh, they also tell me to hydrate because that's what my chat's for.
Don't forget to hydrate.
But every 100 points they spend on hydration is not points they're spending on health.
Okay, so I'm done.
Your spell. What's your spell save DC?
Oh god. Hang on a minute. That's something I should have double checked on, and I think I missed it out.
It'd be 10 plus your wisdom modifier.
Okay, wisdom modifiers +4, so 14.
So one of them failed, one of them passed. So
Excellent.
half of 11 is 5 because you ran down. Not 5 health. Subtract 5, not 5 health. There we go. That's better.
Excellent.
Yes, and as I say,
Okay.
they get blasted 10 feet. Oh, I guess technically the the D4 fire damage as well while we're at it.
Okay.
So they're both taking
On a
extra
full
4
4.
damage. Oh, it's chugging. I really should turn the weather off. I need to...
It's too immersive.
It really is. I mean, you might be able to turn it on yourselves if you really want it, but I have to turn it off for my machine to do anything. Sorry.
Nah, it's fine.
No,
Man.
don't worry.
Okay. It's my turn. Go onto the screen. So I'm going to attack the one that's in front of me, that's going around me, with my great axe.
Go for it.
No, I'm not.
No, not like that.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Swapping from javelin to, great axe. Just fumbled it a bit. It's not such a great axe.
Throw the axe.
God, do you know what? That's not the first time I've heard that joke, but I laugh every time.
So
Just remember, I'm new to being a barbarian, so for me that was like cutting edge comedy.
Cutting edge.
Not like your axe.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's a failed attack. Are you doing anything else? Or have you passed it on?
No, I passed it.
Okay.
I'm tied up to the mast. What?
So, are the Hawks? Did they get pushed back by the thunder wave?
They got knocked 10 feet straight up.
Perfect. I'm going to point my gun straight up and try and shoot the buggers.
Yep, that works for me.
Let's see. Oh, that's a little bit better.
Oh, that's nice.
That's a little bit better. Then an extra D4.
I think Astral also didn't like the fact that I had 2 character sheets open.
Oh, there you go.
Jesus Christ. The one above you.
Yeah.
So 2. With its 15 remaining hit points. Down to 4. That's alright. So, if you don't know, swarms do less damage if they're below half health.
And now I've fired my shotgun twice, so it needs to reload. So is that a full action? Or is
It's a short reload, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that short reload is fine. That's free action.
Okay.
When I revisit the class, I might just say I might just drop that, and then when you modify it, give it the loading keyword.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. Well, I'll reload it as like to end my turn then.
Yeah, it's just for when you make it stronger, it takes a bonus action to reload.
Okay.
But as I say, I'm going to alter that. So, and
Cool.
third hydration.
Hydration.
There we go.
Good call. I should have a drink as well.
If they hydrate us too much, are we allowed to go for toilet break, or is it?
No, see,
stay
that's the
there?
punishment. You just have to kind of
Keep
take it what you
hydrating
like.
forever.
You just gotta cross your legs.
I'm so hydrated.
I'm too. It's too much. It's too much.
Gremlin says no, you can't go to the toilet.
Oh, come on.
Shit.
You go where you are.
That's okay. I'm right next
No.
to a toilet in our computer room.
I'm in my bed.
Why? Why? No, let's go back.
Yeah, I'm sat on my bed.
It's all gone a bit Sims.
It has. It has. Next thing you know, you'll be burning down the kitchen making a cup of tea.
Where's the door?
Yeah.
What's that? Why is the toilet in your computer room? Let's go back.
Well, it's actually a little sort of room en suite to it was a downstairs bedroom at one point, so it's got a little ensuite toilet and shower, but no sink.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Gremlin says you're a savvy lady.
just saving time.
Surviving lockdown.
Are you done, Viaga?
Yes, I am. Sorry.
That's fine. I'll pass it on to Thrascool.
Right, Thrascool just flaps his hands at these things that are flying in his face, takes a step forward, I think. Just check my ranges. Okay, yeah. Says, friends, duck, and casts Burning Hands, the 15-foot cone. He will use meta magic to cast Careful Spell.
Oh, lovely. Thank you.
If I'm right in thinking, let me just look up the rule.
I think it's points per spell level.
Yeah, I think if I might spend more than one because of the amount of people that are involved.
There are 3.
I don't think Careful Spell dictates how many people. It's applied to the spell depending on spell level. I should know this because I've got a warlock character, a warlock sorcerer, but you know.
Do you use Careful Spell?
And
No.
number of creatures up to charisma modifier.
No.
So actually 3 is fine.
You cast Fireball in the air and hope that the bottom of the sphere doesn't hit them.
Yeah, it's tactical.
So I'm casting Burning Hands going this way, essentially.
We can't see. Oh yeah, that's fine. So yeah, you'll get the 2 in front of you and the 1 on
2, 3, and 7 should be hitting.
Yep.
So let me just roll that.
I'll roll their deck saves. I'll just do it twice because it gives me 2 results per save. So 18, 13, and 13.
Oh, 13 is my spell save. That's
So they
it.
all pass.
They all pass, which is half the damage. So I think that's 3d6. That's one that didn't come onto my sheet for some reason. It is on there, it's just not.
I believe Burning Hands is 3d6, yes.
Sounds right.
I know it is on here. Okay.
Apollo's out to murder us all, I'm sure.
Well, the next level up, I'll consider taking it if you're all nice to me.
6 fire damage, half down to 3 plus a d4 still.
Yes, plus d4.
So an extra 2.
Okay,
I'm not sure if that extra 2 is halved.
No, it's a flat increase.
5 fire damage.
So 2 is... I'm going to have to go through the character menu because of the way it's handling stacking tokens. Actually, to be fair, I might just move the play character token out of the way and then move it back. I'll move you back, don't worry.
Put him in the sea.
So that one's dead. And then put you back.
Yay!
It was 5 total, yeah.
As he thrusts out with these, here's a pair of these flint and bone daggers, which are like these but larger, and holds them out in a cross before him, and the flame harmlessly diverts around Voyaga and Cavius and Heraeth, and then kind of curls inwards on the swarms.
The swarm in front of you just kind of falls as blackened, quite pleasant-smelling corpses. The other two are slightly diminished. The one currently pestering Cavius is down to about 3 birds now. They're more of a mild annoyance than anything. And then the one at the very extreme range, like you knock out a few birds, but it's still very much a large ball of fur and of feathers and flashing talons aiming itself at Heraeth's face.
And at the end of his turn, he said, "Kar Gelazunad, kill the feathered pests," and then pass it on.
Then it's up to me. So the birds, they're still 10 foot above us, aren't they, from when the Thunderwave?
Yes, they have not yet
busted up.
acted.
So I can move without them getting an opportunity to attack.
Yes.
So I am going to move to here, just out of the way of them all. Rock, are you wanting to get out, or are you pretty happy being tied to your mast?
Oh, I'm pretty happy.
There's no kink shaming on this Twitch channel.
No, not at all, yeah. Which case I'm going to... the ones that are attacking Rock, I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Ooh.
On those.
So
they need... It's a wisdom saving throw?
That's sort of wise. 16.
Damn. Yeah, so it takes 4 psychic damage and then a d4 of fire. 2.
So total of 4 damage. Because the psychic's halved.
No, sorry, I halved it already.
Oh, sorry.
It was 8. Sorry, it was 8 psychic damage.
No worries.
So
no worries.
I
Another
halved
2.
it to 4.
There we go.
Yeah, so it's 6 damage altogether, and then I'm gonna look at Rock and go, "Come on, I know you've got it this time," and I'm gonna wink at him and give you a bardic inspiration.
Ooh.
The birds kind of...
They d6. So
yeah. The birds give out a unified shriek of pain and start to disperse, and then not as one, but with a almost like the murmuration effect of large flocks. That happens as they target Rock again.
and that's my turn. Sorry.
That's fine.
There you go.
Back to the Hawks. They're just gonna stay where they are largely. We'll go left to right. So Thrazgul, is that one at full health? It is.
See, which one are you pointing at?
The one above your token. It is at full health.
Oh yeah, no,
It
that
is
one I
at full
haven't
health,
done.
yeah.
12 versus your AC.
It misses.
Misses verily. Is Hawks 3 above anyone currently? Does anyone know?
No.
Hawks 3 was above
Hawks
where
3,
Cavius
no,
was.
I moved
yes,
out
of
the
course.
way. Yeah.
Okay, Voyaga.
Nah.
However, they are considerably less than half the health, so they do deal less damage. 13 versus your AC.
Miss.
Okay, we're done for 1 damage if it did hit.
Oh god, yeah.
Heraeth does... no.
Ha.
Mara, you've got a lot of birds.
Yeah, there's a lot of birds.
That's below half health though, so...
Not the birds.
22!
It's not a 22 to hit. Ryan, stop it!
For 5 piercing damage. Oh, 5 fire damage, sorry.
Okay, well, because I'm attuned to fire because of my Tempest avatar state, I take half fire damage.
So 2 fire damage.
2 fire damage.
Why did Nightbot not update? Gosh damn it. Other streamers use Nightbot to tell them to hydrate or promote social links. I'm here like, just help my players, they'll need it.
Hey, I'm not dead yet.
That is true. Oh, speaking of you.
Oh, crap.
That one's above half health, so it gets the full 2d6 damage roll. 23 versus your armor class.
Oh, yeah, no, that beats my armor class, Ryan.
Not you, Rock.
Oh, I thought you were going to hit me because I've got 2 swarms either side of me.
No, one went for Hiraeth instead.
Alright.
They technically have a +5 reach. I just like the image of you being dive bombed. 8 piercing damage against Rock. Although if you have any resistances or stuff, obviously that.
No,
applies.
I wasn't raging, so it just hits me.
And then
Fine.
it's Mara. I'll pass it on.
Go get him.
At long last. Okay, so I'm gonna dance around this swarm. I can freely move through an ally space, can't I?
Yes.
Okay. So
Mara gets 5 hit points back.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the attack of opportunity from the one that swarmed me.
Okay. Increase your hit points by 5 while I'm rolling. 14.
14 does not hit. My AC is 16.
Oh, there you go. They just peck frantically at your retreating back.
Yeah, my shroud, like it's like soupy magic that like slows down their pecs. So like even if any do penetrate
Is that
hit my
gastromancy?
skin, well, you'd hope not. And as I reach here, I'm gonna look at the swarm surrounding Volya, and again I'm gonna like condense my shroud into like a single-edged weapon, and I'm swinging it. But this time it's infused with like the green. Like the green in it is like less vibrant, and the orange is far more vibrant as I cast green flame blade on the swamp surrounding Volya. So I did make sure all of the programming worked properly before. So green flame blade. That's a 7 to hit.
Technically you're flanking?
Oh yeah, correct. So a 13 to hit.
Oh, almost deleted for Yaga from the map. Let's not. Let's not do that.
And that hit would also include my Tempest ability for extra 1 fire damage.
And then it's the 4 fire goes to the next target, right?
So it would be my charisma modifier, which is a +4 onto the next target.
Yeah,
and that is also fire damage.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to move through our school.
What? What is this?
The Great God Hand.
Sorcery.
I'll add the extra 5 to that as well.
Yeah, so Mara's gonna like leap in the air, and watching her fight, it's almost like she learned fighting from like written down storybooks with art pictures. So she like wheels her arm like way the heck back and like swings in a big overhead hammer, and as the magic kind of like explodes out from the first strike, there's a look of like amazement in her eyes. She absolutely adores that she's been able to do this. And then kind of sheepishly looks at like perhaps the few singed hairs on Thrasgul's head.
Sorry, I'm frantically trying to roll this d8 to not get a result we've had already, but it's not playing ball. At this point, I'm just going to pick an effect.
Oh no.
No, it's Astral Servers. We're gonna get 2 d8 rolls. If it's finished, do you want to do anything else on your turn, Liam?
I am good for the rest of my turn.
Okay. So technically, it's initiative count 20. I'm just gonna have to roll a physical d8. What kind of schleb am I?
Welcome to the real world.
What are you, in the past?
I rolled a 2 on that as well. I don't want 2.
Next one's going to be a 5.
It wasn't. It was a 3, which when added makes 5. 3. Ooh. Okay, so the color of the clouds above you changes. The rain stops being icy cold. The wind stops being desert heat dry. And in fact, it almost feels like you're in the eye of the storm, but you can still see the rain falling. You can still feel the wind blowing against you. You can still see the clouds thick above you as they become like this rippling violet, almost like starfield. Other than that, nothing appears to have changed, except you realize maybe half a heartbeat later that every time the boat moves with the swell, it almost seems to move twice, like an afterimage.
Ooh. Do I have the wherewithal to make an Arcana check and try and discern exactly what's going on beneath my feet?
You do not.
All right, I will save that for my next turn. In which case, that is the end of my go.
No. I'll say when it becomes relevant.
Secrets.
Why do I feel it's about to become relevant? All right, I've done the thunder wave. I am going to try and thorn whip the ones pecking at me again.
Yep.
I think everything else seems relatively under control.
You've halved their numbers, if nothing else.
That's useful. Yep, looks like I've got it. So 21, 3 piercing.
To refresh my astral because my chat isn't updating. Oh.
Yeah.
I'll just close it and reopen it and see if that works. Please.
Okay.
Work. Also, apparently, I'm the only one in the game.
Then I will also refresh.
I'm here.
I might just refresh my entire browser. This may drop kick the game, but I need to be able to see the dice rolls and stuff. So
that's reasonable.
Hopefully,
for once it's behaving with me.
I think you should just trust us.
Nothing that 20.
Oh, people watching on Twitch, the purple circle at the bottom right is how many ads how many things are being blocked by my ad blocker and stuff. I just noticed it's captured. I was like, I should probably explain what that is. It's no illegal script or anything. I'm just rejoining now.
Sure. Although, is that ad blocker blocking some of Astral's functions? Is that what the problem is?
It might be.
Yeah, I thought I should turn everything off before opening Astral, just in case. You never know.
Well, I think it's Ghost Story actually. It blocks trackers.
Oh yeah, that should be fine.
Okay, the game did not crash.
Hey.
Woohoo!
Let's open the initiative tracker. Oh god, I think it might reset the initiative.
Oh no!
Whoops. I mean, it was everyone, and then the Hawks, and then Mara. So
I rolled a 6.
I've still got the original results up here that I can scroll up to if you need them.
Cool. Technical difficulties. Oh, no.
I was after.
In case someone wants to write it down, the order we had was Hiraeth, Voyaga and Rark on the same turn, then Trazkul, then Cavius, the Hawks I assume then, and then Mara.
Well, my chat's connected, so that's good. The initiative's freaking out. Oh, wait, no, it's kept it.
Yeah.
Kept.
I don't have an initiative cyber. Interesting.
Press F.
Doesn't work for me.
I'm looking for initiative, not paying respects.
Just beat me to it.
Oh my god.
It is also the initiative shortcut, unfortunately. 21 does hit.
It is also the initiative shortcut.
Okay,
yeah,
so 21, 3 piercing damage, but there isn't a +4.
There is no fire
plus D4.
damage now.
No. Okay. Right. That's fine. I've hit him. That'll do me.
It's much as with the boat, your whip has this weird, almost after image.
Weird. Yeah. Okay.
Did that lower its health, or did that lower your health?
That's a good point.
I might have lowered your... I think I lowered your health by accident because of the way the tokens are stacking.
No,
Yeah.
Horiath is fine.
Yeah.
Although
That's
Horiath
okay.
has 18 hit points out of 10. Which seems...
Oh, 10 hit points out of 18 it should have been. I've obviously done that the wrong way around.
Decent Human says there are 130 channel points from 500, which they intend to use, I quote, the right way.
Oh, God. Don't do it.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Okay. There.
Okay, it's my turn. Ryan, if I... Oh, it didn't let me change my health. No, I'm on 16 health, not 24. I mean... Anyway, as I have gone Path of the Titan, one of your
Yes.
homebrew ones, which increases my size,
Yes.
one category if I rage, would I break the mast at all if I was to rage and become a big boy?
Could I have a quick intelligence check? Also, if you bring up the... You know where you can set your aura and vision, you can set yourself to a 2x2 square as well.
Oh, right, okay. I'll have a go at that in a sec. But I don't yet know if I want to.
Okay,
So,
could I have an intelligence check to figure out the mast?
Yes. It's -1.
Yeah, technically you can have one. It may not be a good one.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's sent.
There can be a delay sometimes because it has to get to Astral and then back. But this is...
Does it come up on your screen?
No, that's why I had to refresh.
No, I'll do another one. I'll try another one.
I can see it. Oh.
Actually, yeah, I see it.
What, my roll?
Yeah.
Oh, what was it?
17. It's
Oh.
18 minus 1.
I'm intelligent as hell.
Okay, yeah, sure. You think the mast is not going to break? The rope probably will, but the mast is fine.
Okay, then I will rage and become big.
Will the
Chonky.
boat be fine, though?
So, yeah, so I'm going to use the Path of the Titan. So I will become a large creature, and my weapon attack deals an additional D4. So, which is that? Yes, in addition to the bonus damage by the rage.
Yes, yeah. It's basically the effect of the enlarge reduce spell.
Lovely stuff.
But that also gives
So-
you bonuses to strength checks, which you have for raging, so I didn't see the point.
This is my attack +5. Please, someone tell me what it is. It's not coming up on my screen.
16.
Oh, does that hit, Ryan?
16 does hit, yes. I'm going to pop out
Yes.
the chat just to... what's...
King Gibbon, Harath is damaged, by the way.
So,
1d12 +5 plus a d4. Yeah?
yes.
I like that.
Okay, if you're struggling with chat, pop it out, and it seems to be working better than...
Right, okay, thank you. I will.
I wanted to keep it open so Twitch could see it, but...
Yeah.
I mean, I could do it. I could do another window capture, but that seems a lot of effort to go to right now. I'll know for next time.
So...
5
That
hit points to
was-
Hiraeth, by the way.
How many?
5.
Brilliant.
So I did a d12 +5 because of the rage, plus another d4. But obviously I can't see it.
It's 18 altogether.
Yes, it is, my word.
Oh, and the fire damage. Is that still going?
No, it is not.
Oh, then...
However,
Why
if
would
you
you even
pay
mention it,
attention,
right?
they only have 18 hit points, so...
So,
Right.
after they die, Rock sort of laughed heartily, and... So, do you say the ropes are broken off me?
Yeah, the rope snaps.
Puny
going to
ropes.
Remove them from the map.
Okay.
Let's-
I pressed the next person's turn. hopefully it's...
Rock also gets 5 hit points back.
Oh, thank you. Whoever that was.
One of my mods.
Yeah,
King
the realm
Gibbon.
ones are just like swirling around us, topping us off.
Has it passed on the turn thing from me?
Oh god. Yeah, yes, Taz. Rock
Okay,
is
great. That's
Rock's
fine.
huge.
That should...
Technically, he's only large, actually.
Yeah, that should be a 2x2 square.
Yeah.
He's a big boy.
Oh,
God, though that's like a several squares long.
yeah, I don't know what's going wrong with it.
Such
However-
I think
awkwardness in
he's-
one space.
It is 10 feet across. It's just he's centered on a single square,
Yeah.
which is why it looks bigger than that. But it is the right size. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Did that fix it?
Yeah.
Cool. 5 hit points to a swarm also.
No, no.
Oh,
What bastard did that?
That's my fiance.
I'm so sorry.
What a bastard.
Apologise, Jenny is pure evil.
Oh, invite to the wedding gone.
Yeah, everyone hears the rope snapping, the timbers buckling as Rock just doubles in size. And it kind of overshadows just the dull squelching noises of his axe cleaving through the birds.
I would have thought it would have been more like a dull thump, like when a bird flies into your window.
The boat does not sink, though.
Yay!
The flat side of your axe and hit them a bit like a baseball or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, just axe swing, but flat.
Four.
Yeah, technically Viagra and Thrask will act at the same time, so...
We've come full circle, and you have actually developed a tennis racket with which to swap these swarms.
It's not. What we're thinking of is maybe strapping the gastromancer to the end of my quarterstaff and just sort of waving him about.
Like an incense burner.
Absolutely. And that way we'll have a nice supper too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Lovely spell-scarred hawk for tea.
None of you
I've
are
been
invited to our
considering
wedding,
what I'm
I've been
going to
told.
do here.
We've all been uninvited.
Yeah.
That is probably too dangerous. Let me just double check what this do. No, it's okay. I'll go with the original plan. Right, so I'm going to step away from the swarm. I might risk an opportunity attack, but
Yes, that will trigger an opportunity attack. I'll open my chat so I can see the result. Oh wait, no, this chat's not updating now. Gosh damn it.
It was
there we go.
an 8 on the attack roll.
An 8,
Although-
I assume that misses then.
yes, it's not updating for me now either. That's annoying. I'm going to send a firebolt flying at the swarm that I was just in, and see how we do. Nope, that's not right. Hang on, I have to refresh this. Chat is broke.
If you want to resort to using physical dice, that's fine.
Nah, just refresh. It should be fine.
The firebolt came through for me, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it came through to me as well.
Oh, okay. 19 to hit.
19 to hit.
yeah, 19 hit, 9 damage.
My chat's freaking out so badly.
It's weird. It stopped updating on my phone, so I had to open it up on my laptop.
Oh yeah, that's right. I can use my phone.
So as he steps back and throws forth this little mote of fire into the swarm, you can hear with his other hand, and he picks up the beat again with his casting hand, is drumming on this little drum from his side. It's nothing masterful or nothing bardly, but it's a steady like boom, 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 like a warlike beat. And he nods over to Rark, says, "That's how you do it. Very good."
5 hit points to a swarm from Pemelachem.
No.
Oh,
He's trying to get a wedding invite.
I may need to temporarily back out because my chat is also not updating. Just one sec.
Yeah, I'm
I
trying.
found that I popped out the chat tried refreshing, it still didn't work, and then I found out I had about 12 chats open.
Yeah, that's
That
not
were
gonna
all
help.
updating.
I'm just trying to open up my phone, see if that works. What was my password to Astral? Does anyone know?
No.
It was please
Liam's the
subscribe.
best. Give him HP.
Here comes 2 heals, 1 for Rock, 1 for Hiraeth. So 5 hit points to Rock and 5 hit points to Hiraeth.
Yay!
And your Fireball missed, right? Adam?
The firebolt hit with a 19 and
Dead.
9 damage.
Cool.
I'm assuming it hit with a 19.
Yeah, they're AC 12.
9 fire damage.
And 5 hit points to Rock, and also I must hydrate. That's the best thing.
Consume.
Okay, yeah, that should... I assume the one in front of you is the one you were shooting at.
Yeah, the one I stepped away from. I'm kind of making my way towards the captain because I realise no one's been dealing with what's on him.
No, he's not looking great.
I did not realise that there were hawks on him because it's covered by his token.
Yeah.
Right,
Oops.
I'll there you go.
Oh no.
Yeah, my chat's just balked. Never mind. Astral, to remind everyone, still in development. And then my phone browser's just being really slow.
Is my character being big affecting other people's? Was that okay?
No, that's fine on mine.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm joining back, but all I've got is a grey screen, so I may just have to navigate via stream.
Okay. It's Viaga's turn.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. There's those birds right next to me, I guess. I guess I will shoot them with my shotgun.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
Don't break it even.
Oh. I'm pretty sure that's a hit.
Yeah, and everyone's still got their bless as well, which no one's actually had to use yet.
Yeah, it's an extra D4
Yeah.
on your attack rolls.
Yeah, just yeah. If 24, if you want to try and get a 28 to hit instead,
24 is twice their armor class, and they have 9 health.
Oh dear.
I will just remove that swarm from the map.
Where else is there a swarm? That one?
There's 2 by Hiraeth, and then there's 1 currently menacing the
captain.
Captain.
Well, I'll probably just stay where I am, I think.
Okay, if that's what you want to do.
I think so. I can't go too much. Well, I probably could go further. I'd probably use most of my rope to tie myself on, but I'll just stay where I am.
So, Cavius' turn. Oh, 5 hit points to a swarm.
No.
I am going to move to. I'm just going to move a bit closer to this one, and I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on the ones attacking the captain.
Yep, that works for me. I'll open the character sheet, and hopefully.
So, wisdom. It needs a 13 on a wisdom save to pass.
Well, I've clicked it. Let's see if it comes through.
It says it got a 4.
So it did not pass. Yeah, my chat's just not updating for whatever reason.
So then it takes 13 psychic damage, and it must move as far away from me as possible using its reaction, which means it's going to move across towards the back of the boat. However far as it can go.
It's got a speed of 50. It's pretty much gone. I'll just remove it from the map.
Great. So at least I feel like I've saved the captain. And then who have we
He
got
does
left?
kind of nod and then resumes. Like he's bleeding from multiple small wounds, but he's still trying to keep the boat on course. He has actually aimed for the island.
What a hero.
Okay. And then I mean everyone's got bless and someone's got a bardic inspiration, so I'm just going to end my turn there.
Okay.
As it was just your turn, I know you gave it to me last turn set. Remind me what Bardic Inspiration does.
It means you can roll a d6 to add on to any of your attack rolls, or ability checks or saving throws in the next 10 minutes. Like in-game, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But you can use it once.
The captain seems healthier, as does the boat.
The boat seems healthier.
Inexplicably. Perhaps the captain is a boat elemental.
The boat has received 5 hit points from...
Oh,
yeah. Right, it's now open on my phone. Let's see if that updates. It's just going to be one swarm on Hiraeth and the other on Rock. There's no two ways about it.
Bring it on.
But I think they're both at full health, so... 13 versus Hiraeth armor class?
Is 14.
Okay, so that's a miss. It has not yet become relevant. Did I click it? I don't know if I clicked it.
Yeah, it's another 6. It's a 6.
My chat updates once and then fails.
Well, lucky for you, you're getting at least one update. My tech has completely failed. I'm currently watching through the stream.
You're stream sniping.
That's a really good idea, actually.
Okay, yes. So 6 fails.
Move me, Ryan. Move me.
I hate to say this, but after this afternoon, it's been behaving perfectly for me tonight.
Oh, dangerous to admit.
I know what I've just done.
Suddenly, Astral server just dies.
It's all right. I'm aiming to save for it's not Fantasy Grounds, but it's like Fantasy Grounds. It's also like half the price. So it would be I download everything and run it from my laptop, and you just come in through the web browser.
Oh, that'll be nice.
But that's that. The 2 failed attacks basically. So back to Mara.
Finally, well, considering I can't see anything, there are still 2 swarms. One surrounding Hiraeth and one just kind of out in the open, right?
Well, it's kind of next to Hiraeth and Rock, now that Rock's 10 feet across.
Okay. In which case, I am going to Green Flame Blade the swarm around Hiraeth. And hopefully my rolls come through.
Well, that's...
Okay, no, I'm going to have to use physical dice because that chat is just not working for me. So, a d20 roll on the first swarm.
You got a 4.
Oh, I got a 4 to hit.
Yeah.
I couldn't see that. Disaster.
Okay, now my chat's given up.
Oh no, mine's still working. No.
Maybe it just has like a time limit.
Yeah, if that's not worked, I'm just going to kind of pathetically kind of swing and a miss with like a big over-exaggerated fist. Realize I've whiffed, sheepishly look around to see if anyone noticed, and then back off into a defensive stance as though that was my plan all along.
Good plan.
And then I'm going to end my turn because I can't do anything other than hit things.
Hiraeth just gives Mara a cheerful sort of thanks, appreciated look.
She looks at you and she replies, and it's like, "Don't worry, it was intimidation tactics."
I know.
They're
scared.
They're running scared. Look, they're all running.
I'm going to whip them now.
Yeah, and he's going to look around at everybody else. He's going to like look at Rock and hope that Rock didn't see, although his eyes are now like twice as big, so I'm sure he sees everything.
See, you've waved them right into my thorn whip.
Yeah, perfect. So that's the end of my turn, Ryan. But you'll need to advance it because I can't see anything.
Yeah, I was rolling for the realm wind, for the storm, the spell storm. The weather turns almost like bright white, and then abruptly it's translucent enough that you can still see they're there, but also that you can see almost entirely through the clouds and the rain. For this entire round, everything deals force damage.
Cool.
As like your weapons turn to wood, steel, bone, living fire, and then back to steel constantly, and any spells will be of also force damage, but they alter constantly. So the Thorn Whip, for instance, does one force damage. To which swarm?
It'll be this one. I don't know what I've rolled.
You rolled 14, which hits them, and
Okay.
then it alas, only 1 piercing damage.
That's fine. That's fine. I just wanted to show Mara that she had directed them into the whip. You know,
Perfect.
we're doing good.
Yeah, it was more of like a head than it was an actual strike.
Yeah, totally. We've got this.
I mean, obviously the whip connects, and there's the length of studded bone that lashes around the birds does knock one out of the sky, but they're still very much in your face.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. I can deal with them. If need be, I'll tell them where to go next time.
Are you staying there though?
Yeah.
Cool, because apparently the birds can't hit for anything. So. Rock.
Right. I'm a bit like I can't see. It's my turn either, but I assume I'm still. Oh no, it is saying now. Ah, there we go. I assume I'm still big and there's still enemies near me.
Yes, you remain large as long as you rage.
Yeah, so I want to, hit them. Has my weapon turned large as well? That was a question I want to ask.
That's where the D4 is coming from.
Lovely, because I just imagine him being huge and then holding like the axe between his thumb and his finger.
I will hit you, but delicately.
Right. Let me try and open that in a new chat window so I can actually roll. So, yeah, it's going to be a D20 plus 5. With Bardic Inspiration, do I have to add it before I roll, or can I add it after?
You can add it after you see your roll.
Yeah, but it's before I say whether it's hit or miss.
Right. Okay. Ooh, it is now just showing a sad picture. Like, oh no, wait. I've got that the Chrome thing where it's like a white background and then a sad page.
Yeah. If people wanted to swap over to physical dice, that works for me.
Yeah, I'd have to go run and find them.
Rolls.org.
Right. I think that might have just... Has that come up for people?
That's come up, yeah.
18 plus
23
5. Yeah, that's a decent... That's a solid hit.
Lovely stuff. So, okay. So now it's a D12 plus 5 and then a D4 at the end.
Yes. And it's all force damage because you're currently swinging what can only be described as a large chicken leg. I'm not looking down my crotch, by the way, people on the stream. I'm looking at my phone.
Right, you've disappointed me there, Ryan.
You have half the health of this swarm, by the way.
Someone will have to tell me what I got there, because I don't know.
You got a total of 14 damage.
Lovely stuff. I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, you swing your large chicken leg, bat a few out of the air, and then you're holding a large pane of glass. Is that your turn, though?
Yeah, I passed it over, hopefully.
Ah, you did, yes. It is Voyaga's turn.
Ooh.
Passed it over.
Ooh, there's still some birds to shoot. Fabulous.
I'm picturing the bird hitting the pane of glass and sort of comedically sliding down.
Yeah.
There's one of those like oily smears left on the glass.
Yeah.
It is their arch nemesis. It's like their number one enemy, so that should be advantage on that next roll.
Which swarm were you shooting?
Let's say the closest one. So 7.
We'll subtract the 7 from that. I didn't realize this would take so long, so sorry about
that. Was there an extra D4 for the force damage, or was it just the damage?
It's just the 7 damage now.
Okay.
The wind effect is everything is force damage now rather than adding to it. Would you care to move?
No, I would not.
Okay. I assume with that attack roll, you've got your extra +2 factored in.
I think so. Let me just double check what the modifier is, but I think so. Yeah, +2 +4 +2. Yeah.
Cool. Are you done? Should I pass it over?
I am indeed.
That's cool.
Okay, let me just refresh and come back in, because again, it's basically just refreshing it every 5 seconds at this point.
They had a whole mini dungeon crawl planned and everything.
We'll
just have to do it again.
Well, if chat's going to keep adding 5 HP to the swarm, could literally be here all night.
Maybe adding 8 swarms was a mistake.
Yeah, put 9 in next time.
Well, the thing is, you're such a large player party.
It's actually not letting me back in now.
Oh dear.
I'm refreshing and just getting a blank screen. Okay.
Apparently, don't blame chat for your failings.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I was considering making chat my patron for my Warlock pack, but I don't think I should.
And one swarm has gained 5 hit points.
Right, decent. You're on your last warning.
You have no power here, Apollo.
Right, so I'm going to, because it doesn't require a roll from me, I'm going to move into a position where I can Burning Hands again, because I've only used the 1 spell slot so far, on the 2 swarms that were left when last I looked.
Yep, there are still 2 swarms left.
I'll spend my other meta magic to make it a careful spell, so Hiraeth does not get hit.
Oh, thank you.
I will wait for my chat to update on my phone.
So he crosses the daggers again, and you see he's been holding them by the blades, and blood dripping down the bone handles is starting to catch a flame, and it's from that the Burning Hands shoots out.
The closest one gets an 8, the furthest one gets a 20.
20 will succeed, 8 will not. So, let me see. I'm just using Google at this point, because I can't get on rolls.org either.
Wow.
So total of 11 damage on 3d6. So that'll go down to 5 for the one that succeeded.
Yes. I need to zoom in so I can see how much health these have. No, not Hiraeth, the swarm. So actually, the swarm that failed only has 11 hit points, so that's gone. And the other one, 5 damage from a delicate spray of rose petals, actually.
What?
Like, it starts out as fire for about 3 inches, and then it becomes hail, and then by the time it's actually there, Hiraeth just smells of rose petals.
This normally doesn't happen.
Don't worry, it happens to every wizard over the age of 30.
You don't have to say that.
Don't worry, man. 3 inches is all she needs.
Mara's gonna stare wide-eyed at the absolute like amazing magic you've just pulled off. She wants to know how to cast their rose petal as well.
Is that you done though?
That is me done. I cannot pass the turn because
you can't get in the map.
Has decided that it hates me.
So that's down to me. I don't have a huge amount. There's only 1 left. I've already got my rapier in one of my hands. I'm gonna pull out my dagger. I'm gonna run forward, and I'm gonna attack with my rapier.
Okay.
Which.
Let's see if the astral gods keep blessing you, shall we?
A 9 does not hit.
No, it does not.
But then I'll just use my dagger as an offhand attack as well.
You can flank them. Do you have enough movement from where you were to get behind them and flank them with Hiraeth?
Oh, so that would have been an advantage on that first attack then?
Yes.
Oh, in which case it was 23.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, great. Oh, actually, that's a crit.
Even
no, it's
better?
not. No, it's not. No, it's not, because I've got... Sorry. It's not. No, it's still 23, so it still hits. So that's 5 damage.
So that's... is that pre or post resistance application?
It's... what resistance?
They have resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing because they're tiny creatures.
I thought this was...
in a
I
huge
thought this was
swarm.
force damage now.
Oh, you're right. It is force. Never mind. I forgot that.
So... and then I'm just gonna swing at them with my dagger as like an offhand, so I know that won't add my thing. But that's 19 to hit.
Yes, yeah, that still hits.
And 3 points of damage then, because it doesn't add my modifier, does it?
No, because it's your offhand.
Yeah, so I got 3 on the D4 plus 3. So yeah, just 3, another 3 force damage.
Yep. I'm desperately trying to get away from food jokes at this point.
Never.
The blade.
I'm just picturing
is this
Rodri
the gastromancer who's causing this?
Rodri's down in like the kitchens, and like he's swaying like to the rock of the boat, and like his soup's flying from one pan to the other. It's that violent.
The blades of both your rapier and dagger flash as into serpents at the moment of impact, and then reality reasserts itself.
Brilliant.
Keep some of the rose petals on it. It might make it taste better.
But that is,
and yes, that is the end of my turn.
it's the end of your turn. They're going to leg it, so there's 3 attacks of opportunity.
Oh.
And by leg it, I mean just wing it.
Hey, should we all just roll at the same time, or?
Yeah.
That's a 15.
Yeah, that hits.
9 damage.
Yeah, they're gone.
Oh, mine's
great.
Mine's not on the screen again.
It's a nat 1.
Oh no!
Rip.
Which is weird.
Wow.
Yours is showing up for me, but
yeah, I could say it.
Cavius's isn't. But they're dead anyway. They're dead.
Is that all the birds gone?
That is, in fact, all the birds gone. I'm sorry it took so long. I should have loaded their hit points halfway through, but there we go. It's also like 20 to 10.
Time flies when you're having fun.
It's just one of those things where the easiest way to get to grip in D&D, particularly the easiest way to get to grips with something is to fight. I just didn't figure it would take so long. Maybe we should have had fewer but higher health. Flap it. The storm continues to rage, and the longer you're in it, the more the storm affects the ship itself, like the actual material of the ship. It starts slowly transmuting into a crystalline material of some kind, allowing you to see through to the bottom to Rodri, who is not making soup. He's actually trying desperately to push the stove back into the corner. And you can see that the chains that had held it in place are currently snakes writhing around his feet. A couple of minutes after that, the wind takes on that sickly green glow again. The wind starts blowing the stench of decay into your nostrils, and the boat slowly but inevitably starts turning to flesh and bone.
Oh.
Let's just say liquids pool around your feet where you put pressure into the boat flesh.
Boat flesh. Come
mesh.
on.
The stairs to the various decks are protrusions of what you think at first to be bone, but if you move around to get the right angle, they're actually teeth.
I'm getting flashbacks to Mondays.
I think this is entirely because the chat healed the boat too much.
Yes. That's grim.
Yeah, decent human. The boat has boatly juices. Sometimes I wish I could award channel points.
I'll pull the rudder one.
No.
I've had it up till here.
Oh.
Stop it now.
Yeah, I wish I had more boat jokes, like ready to float.
Almost like they're on sale somewhere.
Somebody needs a stern talking.
Oh,
Take a bow.
I'm proud of my friends. Anyway, let's put this behind us and get the stream back on an even keel.
Come on.
Anyone who ventures below decks, you would see. Would anyone venture below decks while the storm is happening, while the boat is turning into some
Said they were not being attacked by birds, yeah.
Okay.
yeah, it's just the birds are dead, maybe.
You're going to go inside the flesh ship? Are you sure about that?
It's better than being outside the flesh.
Yeah, this is the research
Is
purposes.
it-
This
is it
unseen
better?
magic.
I don't think it is.
The hammocks are writhing cilia that just form the shape of a hammock.
Oh.
Do not sit in one.
What are the stairs anything particularly
Oh,
gross?
their teeth.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna have a
You
look
say,
at this fancy
you say
bed.
oh yeah. You say oh yeah, like it's like, oh yeah, of course.
You're
The
going
fan-
into the bowels of the ship.
The fancy bed in the captain's cabin remains a fancy bed.
I will sit on that then.
It must be magical.
Can I have a dex save or a strength save, please?
Oh yes. Right.
Is this boat now a mimic?
No.
Send it to chat. Chat's not doing this.
24. 22.
24.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
22.
Strength save that one.
Yeah. You sit in it, and you feel it start to shudder and kind of shake beneath you. And as you kind of throw yourself to your feet, the magic which had warped the deck slowly reaches the bed, and it turns into a single, unlidded, unblinking eye just staring at you.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Friends, the bed is looking at me.
I'm presuming the sails like a tongue or something like that.
Oh.
The sail, tongue? No, the sail is
A flap of skin, surely.
It's an eardrum,
oh,
gently throbbing.
tripe. You know, intestinal.
Oh,
Lightning.
joy.
Oh,
Ooh.
lovely.
Is there anything in it?
Blood from the rain that's falling.
Oh, thank God. Thank God it's just blood.
I mean, technically, I guess you could play pachinko with the sails right now.
Yeah, Mara's gonna like take out a sheet of paper, try and like not get it covered in blood, and take notes. This is extremely interesting to her.
Captain, at what point would you say that this ship is no longer seaworthy?
And when he gets close to the captain, you hear a constant, low, keening wail. His eyes are wide and staring. You think the steering wheel, the wheel may be cracked under his hands. He turns his head very slowly to look at you. He doesn't say anything, and then looks straight ahead again.
I want to do a lap of the boat. I want to like lean way over the railing and see if I can see the figurehead, and then run all the way back and see if I can see the rudder.
You can in fact see the figurehead. It was a gnome at one point. You know, now it is a weird. Well, it's tumor. It's a collection of tumors.
It's not a tumor.
Going to the rudder. The rudder appears to be perfect skeletal replica of a foot.
Oh,
Interesting.
Ooh. How close are we to land?
Yes, you can see the island. Anyone who cares to look over the prow, it's maybe a couple of minutes away, and the clouds overhead turn that galactic purple again with the starfield, and you all have a vision of the boat crashing and yourselves being thrown overboard. And a few moments later, the boat crashes and you are thrown overboard.
Before we get to that point,
can we be readied for that? Like,
Yeah.
you know, we just saw it happen.
Well, it seems like a decent point to end it, because everything else that's quote-unquote planned is like a mini dungeon crawl with more fighting at the end.
I do wish to consume the boat, though.
Some of the boat.
The gods
come
have
on.
gifted us this gift of flesh, and it shall not be wasted.
What's the prime cut
Jeez.
of boat flesh then?
I don't know, but I'm going to start with the railing and work my way down.
Okay,
Can I
can you
have a,
roleplay the whole thing, please?
can I have a con
Just
save
a scrap,
from
just a scrap.
everyone?
Oh. Mara's gonna take notes. It's like, this is something she ain't never seen before.
Oh, that is a.
Oh dear.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. You can't get worse than me because I got a nat 1.
I
got
got
my
a
lunch
nat 1.
on the deck.
I also got a nat 1.
Yeah, if you get below 10, you're vomiting, apart from Thrascool, who realizes that he's got a mouthful of splinters.
Oh no.
It does not remain flesh. The gods are lying to us.
Did you just eat the boat's woody?
Charcoal infused.
The gods have abandoned us.
That's what made you realise the gods were abandoned.
The gods abandoned
Not
as
the
soon as we entered that
firebirds.
hellish storm.
Oh, this boat I want to eat tastes of wood.
To be fair, flesh boat is like a bit of a step up from like fiery birds.
Flame rain.
Well, yeah.
Flesh boat sounds like a weird indie band.
But think about it. Flesh boat
Alternatively,
and flame rain means it's already cooked by the time you get it.
If we ever get our own boat, it's got to be called flesh boat.
alternatively, we just make a boat out of flesh. We collect the
No.
flesh of our enemies.
Let's go back to the original idea. We buy a boat and we call it that.
Oh, damn.
No. We make a flesh boat and call it normal boat.
The SS Average.
The sign just says a regular normal boat. So whenever anyone spots it, it says, hey, well, it's a regular normal boat, Captain.
Yeah, and it's written on the hull in like a tattoo pen.
Can we have a little lifeboat called the Spare Rib?
Oh,
I love it.
oh. Inspiration. If we were not ending the session, inspiration for that.
The appendix.
Oh well, I had a lot of fun. I whiffed a big hit. Played it off as though I was heading a couple of eagles, hawks, and then just a fleshy boat.
Flesh boat.
Yeah, flesh boat. I've got blood all over my boots. Although that might now be just like boat normal. The normal boats have juices.
Normal average boat.
The normal boats have juices because that's probably what's going to be on my
Oh,
boots as soon as I
would-
step
Blood
out.
all over my boots.
In
but
all
now I
likelihood,
probably just
it
have
would-
boat blood.
It would probably be pitch or cork or some other sealant.
Yeah.
Bilge.
Yeah, it could be bilge water as well.
Just a bill.
Or seawater.
Or unless I walked into the privy.
Oh, Decent Human raises a good point. The lifeboat should be called Appendix. I mean, I hope you all had fun. Anyway, I'm sorry it was nothing but fighting
a lot of fun.
really
Yeah.
aggressive
It was
seagulls.
great.
I don't think you
I
can say
feel like I've
sorry right
bonded.
when we laughed for like 2 hours straight.
I always say sorry.
It's
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 Yeah,
been
I
very
feel
good.
like I've bonded with everybody's characters and Fleshboat in particular. I hope we can piece it back together.
Poor flesh boat.
We need a shipwright or a surgeon.
Did it have... but has Fleshboat lost its consciousness now?
I just thought of some. Like, we could go on an epic quest to try and basically make a sentient boat, so, like the Abera, like genetic
Farscape.
monstrosities. So just just use some magic to fuse with a normal boat with like.
Are you saying you want to bang a normal boat and hope of like a weird flesh boat baby like arrives?
I think "Do you want to bang a boat" could be your tagline for the story, Ryan. Underneath the name. Do you want to bang a boat?
Angel raises a good point. You want to create Moya from Farscape.
Yeah.
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 In the movie adaptation of this, the hit song is "Do You Want to Bang a Boat?"
I was thinking of that, yeah.
Do you want to build a snowman from Frozen?
Do you want to bang a boat?
I never sell you anymore. You're made of bone.
You're made of flesh. That's enough.
Angel would play pilot apparently in this scenario.
Oh.
I'd say we would derail, but we've like not really been on them yet.
I was about to say.
I don't know, I've been tied to one the entire session.
You can't derail when you're a hovercraft. That's the...
Fleshboat ain't got time for rails.
We're going. We don't need rails.
So, apology out of the way. I just want to say thank you for giving me Friday night to do this.
Oh no, it's okay. I had a lot of fun.
Absolute
Been a pleasure.
Despite technical difficulties, it has been a blast.
And hopefully you'll come back again, chat once or two shot.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Alright.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Ah.
sure.
So we'll try and arrange something.
Absolutely.
Ooh, a
Definitely.
two-shot.
So if we are doing a 2-shot, I'm trusting everyone to not go to patreon.com/themoonlitboard. Go on the bonus update that went live 55 minutes ago and downloading the stat blocks.
Too late. Too late.
I have not looked at the hashtag plug.
It's not going to be any use anyway, because if there is a 2-shot, we'll get distracted by a dog or something halfway in.
Yeah.
In
The
5
entire
months'
next
time,
section is rebuilding the boats.
yeah.
Surely.
In 5 months' time, when we finally finish the 1-shot.
We have a time skip of like 6 years. We spent years researching how to turn flesh into a boat.
I mean, technically a 1-shot's just a self-contained story, but...
Just casting the flesh to stone spell and just hoping for different results. It's like a little statue garden.
We'll start small with like one of those like paper hats.
Paper hat, but it's made of tongues.
It's just gonna end up... That's just gonna end up Dead Space, let's face it.
We're going down a Zamishi hole.
Yes, we are.
Vampire.
Yes. I think we went there the moment we stepped on a boat, really.
Say the flesh to stone spell backwards.
Stone to flesh.
Right, can I just ask for my
Yeah.
own curiosity, were all of the portholes converted into sphincters?
Oh.
Sure, why not?
Oh.
I think we don't have any cannons on board. You might have to.
I was gonna say,
please.
Yeah, I did consider, because I worked out, like, how to do ballista and stuff based on official rules and just making them better. Or by which I mean, simplifying them horrendously for ease. And then I realized this is a really small ship, so there's been no point.
Oh.
Pirate game I'm in at the moment, we have a ship that's about this size, and we've packed like 8 ballista onto it at one point.
Oh,
Just
God.
barely move around the deck for ballista.
Admittedly, when it comes to boats in a fantasy setting, do you really need cannons when you have mages?
Well, this is
Yes.
Ideally, you have both.
I mean, I wrote down mage on the application form to be part of the crew, not telling them that I don't have any ranged spells.
That's when they just put you in the catapult.
Yeah, shoot the
And
mage
suddenly
out
we're
the
playing
cannon.
Sea of Thieves, the tabletop game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strap me in, Star Descends from Sky, let's go.
You were saying with like the small ship in current game I'm DMing, I spent about 2 hours making an inn, and then I was like, oh, I've got to have a story for them to do in this inn, otherwise they're just going to walk in and walk out. So I spent ages making a free story inn, and then I was like, oh, there better be a reason for them to go here.
Just down to the last cobble. It's like
Secrets everywhere.
there's a mouse in the corner wearing a hood. It tells you something.
My favourite story for inns for low-level parties is that there's a rat in the basement to go and kill. Classic fantasy thing. And then when they get down there, it's actually somebody who's actually grassed them up to the guards for like selling illegal booze.
I like that. Which is, you go down, it's just a guy in a rat costume. Right?
Yeah, it's just strapped to a
alright.
chair with like a couple of black eyes.
Or you could
What
take
did
a
you
leaf.
tell them?
Yeah, the moral quandary is whether or not to complete the quest, get the XP and the gold, or to not murder this innocent man strapped to a chair.
Or you could take a leaf from Ryan's book, and when the quest giver goes, the rat is the basement. They go, he's in the basement. No, the rat is the basement.
You lift the hatch and it's just fur.
Yes, is the rat made of flesh? That is the question.
No, the rat is made of boat.
Not wood, but boat specifically.
I mean, Liam can attest to this, but I despise that everything happens in an inn so much that I put a trading post down that was basically a Holiday Inn and 2 competing shops, and nothing happened in the inn at all. It was just the 2 competing shops.
Yeah, admittedly, that they were incredible. They were incredible shops. The inn was literally it is one of those things you find at like the side of the motorway where you go in and there's like one staff member there who's obviously doesn't want to be on shift, and it's just beds. There's no buffet breakfast. There's no room service. It's you get in here and you pay for just the mattress.
It could be worse. It could be like the hotel that we once stayed in France, which was literally nobody at a reception. Yeah, it was a Formula One, I think. Nobody at reception. You paid by credit card. You didn't have everything in the room was either disposable or screwed down. And there were these cubicles for showers and toilets. Basically, you know, like those sort of like portaloos, sort of washed down ones with lights. And we went in, we used the loo, and one of the people that we travelled with did the very British thing of holding the door open for the next person to go in. And they went in, and he walked off, and then suddenly thought, crap, these are self-clean. They basically self-clean after you've been and gone.
Oh god.
Oh man. Nothing like getting put in the toilet on spin cycle.
Okay, I think we'll end the stream there on that high note.
Thank you for running, and thank you guys all for playing.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you all.
and same to everybody else as well. It's been a fantastic evening.
Yeah, it's been great. Thank you
Yeah, it's
very
been
much.
great.
Absolutely loved it. Thanks. My jaw's aching from laughing so much.
And I'll try and get a second one arranged. So if you're in the Twitch chat and aren't following the channel, please do follow the channel for the notification. And obviously check out the Patreon, but don't need to. That's just a side project. But virtual round of applause by players from chat that they can't see because I don't actually have a clapping emote.
Well, I'm like narcissistic to applaud myself, so
applaud my fellow players.
Yeah.
Applaud everyone else.
That was all from me.